Myślę, że nikt nie wyobraża sobie tego klubu, gdyby tu od czasu do czasu nie musiał wystąpić, bo tego żąda publiczność, Stan Borys.
Ludzie się bawili.
They were having the time of their lives. There was music and there was freedom. It was wonderful.
Cudownie.
Everybody went. In every club. You walked in and it was full of people. You could hear laughter at every table.
Przy każdym stoliku był śmiech.
To były czasy.
I remember those days. I was a brunette.
To było tak jak w domu.
It felt like we were back home. Polish food, Polish music, friends.
Znajomi.
Jackowo meant Chicago because it was the window, right, from where Polish immigrants, they were comfortable in understanding Chicago and through it, greater American culture of the city that's called the most American of American cities.
America has always been a dominating force worldwide, because this country leads in culture, in innovation, in politics. It's an empire.
Ameryka w ten
It's
sposób.
how America wins its wars, with blue jeans and rock and roll, we used to say.
Tak się zawsze mówiło.
Naturally, there were many artists back then that had profound influence on us, on our music.
Charaktery, nasze gusta muzyczne. Wydaje mi się, że
I don't think I would have that kind of imagination, that kind of approach to my singing, if I wasn't exposed to American music,
słuchania się z tą muzyką.
mainly this American rock and roll, that I believe to be an incredible era of music that will hopefully last forever.
By się nie skończyła.
Patrzyliśmy na to.
We look up to America with excitement and admiration. Every time I hear a Polish song from those days, every one of them has some sort of element of American music. You can hear it, you can hear American influence in it, because we were all listening to this music.
Słuchaliśmy tej muzyki amerykańskiej.
Half of the songs that played on the radio were American songs, and they were always showcasing new albums. I remember Michael Jackson, Off the Wall by Michael Jackson in 1979. That was the year it came out. I recorded it from the radio. I was very proud of myself.
W tej muzyce
We felt something in this music that we were missing, an existence of another world.
przez tą muzykę, gdzie człowiek się jakoś tak...
Through this music, we were aware that somewhere out there was a better place.
Ta muzyka nam to
This music gave us that kind of hope.
nadzieję na to.
Ja byłem
I
zafascynowany.
was fascinated by America, just like other millions of young people who were living in these conditions of oppression, which was the communist system and the People's Republic. This, in a way, was still a form of foreign occupation.
Ciągów formą okupacji. Narastała we mnie
Feelings of living were growing inside me, to leave behind what was holding me back, and fulfilling my childhood dream that one day I'll go to America.
do Ameryki.
obywatelki,
Citizens of People's Republic of Poland, I address you today as a soldier and as a chief of Polish government.
i jako szef rządu polskiego.
As I speak to you tonight, the fate of a proud and ancient nation hangs in the balance. The men who rule them and their totalitarian allies fear the very freedom that the Polish people cherish.
The best way I found to describe what communism is like is I said, if you can imagine a situation in which 2 and 2 is never 4, never, it's not allowed. It can be 4.5 or 5 or 3.5. That's what communism is like. You can never have a real statistical records. You cannot have the truth in the newspaper, because if you do, the whole system will fall apart. And that's literally what it was.
It was a regime. You couldn't really say anything, or watch anything, or see anything. The situation in Poland was very troubling. Everyone always felt like a suspect.
Musiał się z czegoś tłumaczyć.
You were dependent on the government to provide you with paper. You couldn't buy any. You needed permission to have a typewriter. Not everyone was allowed to have them. It was a totally different world. In Poland, if you didn't go to work, you would be arrested and jailed. Can you imagine a situation like this in America? Being stopped by the police on the street, asking why are you out at 10 o'clock at night? Unbelievable.
Probably the one consensus that people had was that the communist authorities were oppressing Poland. And there was many people who were consumed with this.
One day I received a notice to report to Warsaw for questioning. The officer opened my package in front of me, and about 100 Solidarity singles by Krawczyk fell out. This Polish military captain looked at me and threw them in the trash and said to me, "I think you understand why."
No pan chyba rozumie.
I mean, it was an extremely poor country, and people were aware of it. They knew that they didn't have what we had in the West. And they knew it partly because lots of people had been out to the West. And it was coveted to be able to get out to the West to work.